Hi. I am going to do a collective reading with some fun oracle cards that I have gotten over the last couple of months. I was usually a strictly tarot girl, and now I am loving oracle cards, and they are so much fun. So if you're not into that shit, you can leave now, because I've never been a reader who is pressed to make people believers. Like, if you don't believe in collective shifts, collective energy, and you're like, how can one person do a reading for however many people watch it? Because of the collective unconscious. But I'm not here to prove that shit to y'all. I don't have the energy, especially right now. This week has been a mess. The actual topic of this video is going to be grief, but I just have a calling to try and do a collective reading. I feel like my life has been a fucking mess. It's really not bad, and I am enjoying life and things, but it's a little messy. My house is messy. My life is a little messy. I'm also going to be doing my hair, so we're multitasking today, this morning. It's early. It's 8:30. Please hold. I need my coffee. Okay. Okay. I'm really hoping today is a good day. I feel like my life is ending and turning into another life, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to use my What's the Tea Oracle deck. I already prayed over the cards and set intention that only those of the highest good light beings, ascended masters, our angels, and guides of our highest paths, highest good, are with us for this reading and beyond, with clarity, accuracy, beauty, compassion, safety, protection, and love. Okay, what's the tea for the collective energy? I've literally been pulling like the same cards for the last like 2 weeks. So let's see if it's for all of us, because what the hell? Okay. Yeah, these are the same fucking cards. Obsessive lover impersonator, unbothered, queen rising, and giving money. Okay? So, and creeping on the bottom, because that's what the fuck is going on. It's a lot of motherfuckers, haters, creepers out here right now. What is good? What is good? What is the motherfucking problem? What I'm getting from the obsessive lover impersonator and unbothered thing is like, okay, so the word possessiveness is on this card. I feel like a lot of masculine people who are not healed in their masculine have dropped their mask, hence the impersonator thing. They were performing for feminine validation and attention and power. And now that they've been reflected back to themselves on what they must work on, they can pretend to be unbothered. They can try to suppress the lessons that are coming for them, but they cannot do that forever. They can't do it forever. Healing dance has been so real lately. And it's not just me, it's not just dancers. Like, dance as healing has been a feminine collective energy at least for the last like 3 months. And it's especially loud for me right now. Also, spending a lot of time in nature is going to be really important for our highest good, highest health right now. Queen rising, giving money. I actually see this as less of the literal and more of the shedding who we were, shedding weight of old people and people who are performative and untrue, inauthentic, and stepping into our power and deciphering, discerning who deserves our generous energy. So not necessarily currency of money, but currency of energy, services, just having altogether more boundaries with who is going to be able to receive our generosity. And we have creepers. People are making fake accounts. People are making fake accounts to watch you. I just put my Instagram back on private, which is a great segue into my topic of the day. I'm going to close out the reading right there. I told y'all, maybe I didn't tell y'all, quick message, because I have topic, which is really important, real important to me. So we're going to talk about, first of all, why I fucking hate Instagram. I lost my boyfriend last year. He passed away suddenly and terribly. And I'm not necessarily ready or in a space to talk about the hows and whats of that. But I want to say that I have been studying grief a lot because I do feel like I have a gift for compassion for those in grieving. I feel that I reach out, like when people are in pain and I see it on their Instagram stories, their parents passed away, their friends passed away, I do feel like I instinctively reach out to them and I'm like, I'm so sorry for your loss, and how are you? Like, what's your day-to-day looking like? Are you taking care of yourself? And I was like that even before I lost Phil. Yesterday, July 16th, was his birthday. And so, of course, I posted a bunch of things of him because he's such a vibe and he's so fucking funny, even in this other dimension that he's in now. Like, so fucking funny and so strong and here and so petty king. But I posted a bunch of stuff of him on my story yesterday, and it was just so like disappointing to me how few people said anything to me. My best friend FaceTimed me, and then me and his sister FaceTimed yesterday. But aside from those two, like, I legit told a bunch of people, like, how important that date was to me. And they just, like, didn't hit me up, didn't check in with me, didn't address, like, how it might be difficult. Didn't just put it in their phone calendar and be like, hey girl, happy birthday to Phil. Like, even just that is fucking cool. And I feel that being a person with a womb, we have to process grief in a village. I am so blessed that I have the ocean right by me because she carries my grief. Because nobody helps me process my grief. She is my designated non-griever. The ocean is my designated non-griever. She receives my tears. She receives my laughter. She receives my spoken word. She receives the toxins from my body and transmutes the energy for me But having friends, having friendships is really important for grieving people, because days like that can make us suicidal. Yeah. So it's been heavy, and it's also just been disappointing because, like, what the fuck, bruh? Like, I emotionally am very generous with people. I check in emotionally with people a lot. And it doesn't seem that I have been put on this planet to receive that. And that's devastating to me, because not only did I lose my boyfriend last year, who was such an emotional support to me and probably the only man I'll ever connect with emotionally on that level, but I lost my best friend in 2020, and I found her. And when I post things of her, it is also disappointing to me how few people offer me condolences and offer her acknowledgement. And I think that the art of grieving has been lost in our society and is making people very sick. Very sick. I'm reading this book called The Smell of Rain on Dust, and it is a native book about grieving and how it's been lost in this current society, especially in the US, and how sick it's made people, and how when we don't grieve our lost loved ones, you become an addict. So all y'all who can't process your grief and you just turn to alcohol and drugs, you're literally just passing down generational grief and trauma that someone is eventually going to have to process. So you're just going to create a bunch of addicts in your family systems. God forbid you have children without learning how to grieve. You know, start shaming people for having kids when they're not emotionally intelligent. I really think we should stop normalizing that shit. Start making people fucking uncomfortable, bruh. Like, I'm so tired of living in a society where people make me uncomfortable for being a good fucking person. Like, fuck you. I'm gonna start shaming people for real. And I actually have. I started shaming people this week, because what the fuck? What the fuck? So disappointing. And it's like, y'all robbed me of healthy grieving, because I have the capacity to do it, but it's not safe to do it on your own. And not having a safe space to do it is so detrimental, not just for me, but for society, because I walk around with this anger and resentment from not having space to be in praise of those I lost and in grief of those I lost. And all I have is my art, and y'all took that away from me too. It's just really disappointing. And a bunch of y'all probably already clicked off this video because you don't want to hear something sad. But guess what? Life isn't just happiness. It's not. Life is not just pretty. And we deserve love when life isn't pretty. And it's really disappointing. Like, this is why I prefer YouTube, because I don't have to see who saw my shit and didn't say anything. I don't have to see who is a disappointment to me. That's what happens when I go on Instagram. I'm like, you're a disappointment. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hate. Just like the Grinch. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, hate, hate. Double hate. Entirely loathe. Because I do. I really do. And I have every right to be a fucking hater. I really do. And yet, I am such a lover. I have chosen love every fucking day. And it is so tired, y'all. It is so tired. And I feel that other people need to hear this because they feel similarly, because they are grievers in their family systems. They're the only ones with the capacity to grieve. And it's just disappointing because even my family members, like, I legit told them, like, the date of death and the date of birth of my lost loved one, and they chose to watch my stories and not say shit to me. So yeah, I move with a lot of grace, and even right now, this type of communication I feel is me moving with grace. And at the same time, I don't feel like everybody deserves the amount of grace that I offer. And it has made me feel extremely scary for several weeks. Don't worry if you're one of my homies close to me and you're like, oh my God, this bitch is gonna do something crazy to herself. I'm not. I'm very in my purpose. But the ideations, the feelings that, like, I have, they need to be acknowledged because they are present. And I feel like people need to know how they affect other people. Good people. People that are here to, like, share love in this world. It's just extremely disappointing. Really, it is. And I'm gonna not end this on a high note because not everything has to end on a fucking high note. And when he had first passed away, like, people would always try to, like, lighten the mood. They would be like, how are you doing? And I'd be like, I'm not okay. And they would be like, oh, but, like, you look great, and, like, you're at work, and, like, you're still killing it. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I just told you I'm not okay. And you're just, like, trying to make things positive. No, bitch. Being sad is okay. Feeling like someone's death is an injustice is also okay. Because in this case, it was. And eventually, I will share with the world what I think happened. Because I don't believe that what was claimed is true about his passing. Actually, I feel that I know it's not true. But, yeah, you know, it is healthy to grieve, and it is healthy to admit what your feelings are. And I do wish that more people had the capacity to be empathetic to the designated grievers of our time, and to be more grateful to them because they're doing the work that you're not. I'm doing the work that you're not doing.
Danzy, what's up with you, baby? Hey, I got a little poem for you right off the top, though. Ready? Okay. I know a little model. Her name is Danielle. I dream about her every night I'm in jail. She looks like a Barbie, something like the toy. I know you like girls, but come fuck with your boy. Ah! Barbie party. Show you my tattoos real quick. Did them all myself too. That's Big Fendi Flingo. You already know what that's about. There's some other shit. That's my snow bunny. That's for Danielle. That's for my man that just passed away. He's just healing. That's why he looks crazy. You already know. And I'm ice cold. And I'm walking down steps too. Oh.